Once upon a time in the bustling town of Forestville, lived a group of the most curious and clever animals you could ever meet. There was Benny the Beaver, known for his brilliant plans, Lila the lightning-fast squirrel with her incredible speed, Wally the wise owl, who knew just about everything, and Charlie the cheery chipmunk, who could find the silver lining in any situation. These four best friends were not only the residents of Forestville but also its best detectives. One sunny afternoon, the delightful aroma of freshly baked cookies wafted through the forest. It was Mrs. Nibbles the rabbit's famous chocolate chip cookies that everyone in Forestville adored. They had been cooling on the window sill, but when she returned with a fresh glass of carrot milk, the cookies had vanished. Not a crumb in sight. Desperate for help, Mrs. Nibbles called upon our four detectives. Benny was the first to arrive, twitching his nose in determination. "We'll get to the bottom of this, don't worry, Mrs. Nibbles," he promised. Lila arrived next, zipping up to the window. Not even a bitten edge left behind," she observed while nibbling her own acorn cookie. Wally soon flew in, adjusting his spectacles, and asked, "Have you noticed any suspicious footprints or smells?" Finally, Charlie came bounding in, full of enthusiasm and suggestions. Benny proposed a plan: "Let's split up and gather clues. Lila, check for any trails or dropped crumbs near the windowsill. Wally, search for any witnesses in the nearby trees. Charlie and I will scout ground level for anything unusual." And off they went, each on a mission, eyes peeled and noses twitching. Lila raced around the bushes, her eyes sharp as a hawk's, and suddenly she skidded to a halt. "Guys, over here," she yelled. Three hurried animals dashed to her side to find a small trail of cookie crumbs leading deeper into the woods. Following the trail, the detectives soon arrived at a cozy spot beneath a tall oak tree. And there, they discovered none other than Sneaky Sam, the raccoon, with cookie crumbs adorning his whiskers and a guilty grin on his face. Sam, who had just sat down for an impromptu snack, was caught cookie-handed. Wally fixed his wise eyes on Sam. "I knew those stripes were up to something mischievous," he chuckled. Sam dropped his head in shame and said, "I'm sorry, Mrs. Nibbles. The smell was just too irresistible, and my tummy got the better of me." Mrs. Nibbles, who had followed the detectives, simply shook her head with a soft heart.